Hello, hello, hello. I actually got the mic working this time, so I am pretty pumped about that. If you didn't see the last one, oh, yeah, that makes sense. But if you didn't see the last one, then I recorded the entire video. I had an awesome session, but my mic failed to record anything, which was a real pisser because it was a blast. But today is going to be a lot of fun. In the last one, if you didn't watch the video or you didn't watch all of it, we went ahead and took care of the inn that is in the desert, kind of in between Ghost Town and the Desert City, and we talked a lot. Well, I talked a lot about what the plans were for the channel and what the plans were for this and everything. Obviously, that didn't really work out with the mic. So, going to be going over some of that again today, but for the most part, going to hop back in and have a blast. As far as this run is concerned, we are going to spend the rest of the time tonight. I need to go and take my antibiotics, but we're going to spend the rest of the night actually, I'm just going to put it on me for now. And we're going to organize our containers, see if we want to put any upgrades in any of our stuff. Like I got the structural brace mod. I think I have a couple of pocket mods, some shit like that or whatever. And just kind of organize. We don't really have a ton to do, so I'm not really going to be rushing through it or anything. It's going to be kind of taking my time. As far as perks go, I do have 3 points. So, Skull Crusher I can't do because my strength has to be level 7. Big and Fast I can't do. Strength has to be level 7. So I got to get this up, which that's going to cost 2 points. And then the 1 point that I have, I should probably go into... Yeah, I should probably go into Skull Crusher, because as much as I like Big and Fast, I don't really have to worry about that until I get to the Iron Sledgehammer. Once I get there, then Big and Fast will be a bit more important in terms of making sure that I can swing that behemoth. Because the iron is really good. It's a hard-hitting sledgehammer, but it swings really slowly. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Well, actually, right now, what I want to do is get some of this organized before I start modifying stuff. Let's go ahead and get all, you know what? I'll just do this the proper way. At least, proper in terms of how I do it. Instead of trying to rush or, half-ass it in any way. So typically how I like to store things is I will have one container that is strictly food and first aid, another container that is, like right now, even though these are all seeds and farm plots and stuff like that, I am going to put that with this because, well, seeds can be made into food. Farm plots can grow food. If it's something like that that goes with it, then it goes there. Same thing with medical stuff. I try to keep things relatively organized in that kind of regard. That's just how I do it. There's nothing wrong if you do it in a different way. It's just for me, kind of one of those things that I can go in here. I know that everything that is food related or medical related is in this one, and then it's kind of easy. You get to the point where you just know how your shit is set up. Now, for this one, I already have a good amount of resources in here. I'm gonna keep building up my scrap polymers just because even though I don't plan on doing a ton of crafting, I do plan on having quite a few um, quite a few that's weird. Okay, I got 4 more in here after that. Dew collectors. Now, mods, all mods and armor. I'm going to move that over real quick to their own thing. Mods, armor, and parts. That should be everything in here. I don't think I missed anything. Yep. And actually, I got to take everything out of this. Put all of the mods and parts in here. And armor. And then the rest I can move elsewhere. The nice thing about doing it this way is you kind of get to a point to where, like, actually I need, yeah, alright. Need another wood storage crate, so craft. This can be ammo and weapons. No, what I was saying is one of the nice ways about doing it this way is you do end up getting to a point to where it is just, I mean, everybody's got their own way. Everybody's quickness is dependent on how often they use their thing, but I just find that grouping it together like this makes it easier, at least in my brain. This will be resources, crafting stuff. I don't really need those. Coal goes with food. Okay, and that one's empty. Sweet. So that'll be nice. Alright, it's 4 o'clock. Took me a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but I'm not too worried about it. Let's go ahead. Stone sledgehammer. I can make a level 4. Let's get that crafted. Go ahead and scrap that. Once we get this in our inventory, then we can go in here. No. Ha. I want the... Okay, we got the gravedigger. I might as well put that on our shovel. We're not doing too much digging. Did I not put the... Oh, I did. Okay, that's really all we need for right now. I'm not going to be doing too much digging, but having the Gravedigger mod on my shovel doesn't hurt anything. Modify. Let's get that in there. Complete. Modify. Get that in there. And then I also know that I had a structural brace mod. I am not seeing that right now. I don't know where that would have went. So I put it in the wrong bin, which, you know, does happen. If I accidentally moved it into the food, I probably wouldn't notice for a while. Yeah, oh. I should probably throw that in and get my armor repaired. Bracing mod. Let's do that as well. And I can throw that in my sledgehammer just in case I run into any irradiated, which I don't think I will, but I don't see a reason why not. Let's go to my guy. Let's go to the boots. Modify. And then... Alright, that is good for now. Let's throw that in here. Get that repaired. Yeah, we should probably get this one repaired as well. Yeah. Not too worried about the repair kits. Oh, you know what? Ha ha ha. That's where it was. Realistically, I'm not going to need the rad remover right now. I would much rather have structural brace mod. Yeah. Yep. And then this can go back in here. Sorry for the slow start. I typically don't like starting off like this. I find it to be, you know, a bit boring. Ooh, almost forgot that would have been bad. Yeah, let's go ahead and take that. Let's get all this water cooking. Yeah, I'm also going to take that just to have. Water 21, that'll take 1030. That's a bit of a waste of the last one, but whatever. Let's get that cooking. And then I don't need that. I will happily take this. I don't need that, and I do need this. Once we get down to, or once we get closer to 10%, we'll go ahead and take that, and everything will be nice. So first things first, we are going to go all the way down, if you will, to the city. At least we're going to head south. No? Nobody else? Cool. And as we go south, we are going to look at a couple of POIs and see if that's something we want to do today, or since I'm doing a late start, maybe we'll do tomorrow. That is the inn that we went ahead and did yesterday. I could go over there. That's something I could do today. Now, one thing I would very much like to do is hit up a few of these bigger POIs. Like, we might go do that one today. It's just going to depend. But if we can, if we have time, I would definitely like to hit up one of those bigger ones. I feel like that'd be a lot of fun, you know? That damn bird. Also, if you haven't checked out any of the other videos that I have on my Twitch or on my YouTube, go ahead and check them out. Some of them are a bit of a hit or miss depending on what issues I had. But please feel free to leave any suggestions for me, the channel, the game, what games you guys want to see me play, anything and everything. Go ahead and leave in the suggestion box. Or if you're checking this out on YouTube, man, throw that in the comments. Also, the other thing I wanted to bring up, because I talked about it in the last video, is... Hold on. The other thing that I talked about in the last video was that as of right now, my main focus is going to be playing 7 Days to Die. I'm having a ton of fun playing it. I feel like it's a game that most people are checking out on my channel, which works because I love playing this game. It's a ton of fun, and I think that there's a lot you can do. A lot of different areas that we can check out, not just POIs, but different biomes, different, play styles. It is an RPG, so we could, like, this run that we're doing right now is almost exclusively melee and no crafting. The next one could be Gun Nut, where we focus extensively on crafting, making ammunition, doing stuff like that, and almost exclusively use guns. So that could be a really fun idea. We just have to kind of think of different things to do, talk about it, and yeah. And you know what? We can also have two different playlists going at the same time. That is another option. All I know is I'm having a ton of fun with this game, and it seems like you guys are enjoying it as well, which is nice. So right now, this game is going to be pretty much my focus. I hesitate to say it's going to be the only game that I stream, just because I don't want to put a limit on what I'm doing. But it really does appear to be that's what's going to happen going forward. Now, if I get suggestions, if you guys are like, hey, I want to watch you play, I like watching you play this, play Sons of the Forest, play another survival game, then sweet, I'm all for that. If you guys are just enjoying this, cool, let me know. I have no problem playing other games, and I have no problems playing just this game. But this is the Desert City. This is kind of going to be our end goal, if you will, is we're going to spend the first horde over in Ghost Town, and then like the day after the horde, the very next day, we're going to come over, probably clear out one of these surrounding POIs and use that as our base to clear out this town or the city. That's the goal. Now, goals change, and maybe we don't. But I really like the idea of coming over to the desert city and just completely taking it over. We'll call it like city takeover. Maybe that's what this run will be. And we'll see how much of it we can do just melee with no crafting. You know, if those are the challenges you want to say that we're doing, then fine. That's what we're doing. But I did just want to come over to the city real quick so that way we can get it on the map. I'm a bit of a map whore. I really like having everything accessible, even though I don't really check out the map too often. I do like having it ready to be visible. That way, if I need to look it up real quick, I can. Now, we're definitely going to come over here and take care of this POI, because this could be our second, horde, second night, or horde night, we might do over here. I think that would be really cool. Figuring out a way to fight off a horde here. I don't think it's going to be crazy hard for the second horde night, but I do think it'll be fun. Okay, it's locked. Sounds like there might be one on the outside. Nope. Let's get that closed. Yeah, so this is where we're probably going to spend our second horde night. And yeah, I'm kind of looking past our first horde night, not because I theoretically, it's not like, oh, I can't die to it. It's more of, I don't think I will. So I would like to have plans for a second horde night, just already prepped, Alright, that should be everything here. Actually, excuse me for 1 second. I gotta take care of something. Alright, hello. Sorry about that. go. Yeah, I don't know exactly what we're going to do for... Son of a bitch. Exactly what we're going to do for this horde base. But I do know that we're probably going to run them up the stairs. I feel like that's the easiest, most straightforward way of dealing with a horde here. Is just going up. Let's go ahead and get this repaired. You know, I can't... It's not that I can't stand that these don't ever have water in them. It's just, like, what's the point? What's the point of having them in your game if you aren't going to occasionally have there be a reward for coming across one? If it's just for, like, aesthetics or whatever, just to show that there was a plan for water retention or some sort of whatever, like, I mean, I guess that's fine. It's just annoying. And I could see not having it be functional in the desert, but the fact that it doesn't work in any biome is kind of frustrating. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about, is with the whole biome progression thing, I feel like what needs to go along with that really truly is having, because I know that they're also doing the you know, weather updates where weather is going to make sense. Oh, nice. That's actually, oh, perfect. Sweet. Not a bad little... Huh. I know that they're also going to be doing, like, the weather upgrades and stuff like that, and I really hope they take certain things into account. Like, if it's raining, your dew collector should probably collect water at a faster rate than if it's, I don't know, not raining. And if you are in the desert, then your dew collector should probably be less functional than if you're in, let's say, the pine forest. And if you are in the wasteland and there's radioactive storms, then you should probably have to purify your water. Like, it should be like murky water, you know, 2.0 or something like that, where you have to do, maybe it takes longer to purify. Like, that's kind of the issue that I've been having with these updates, is they want to try to change things for the quote-unquote better, but nothing they're doing to try to add realism is actually adding any realism. It's all just kind of... I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm putting too much stock in... Oh, misclick. Maybe I'm putting too much stock in it, right? Maybe I'm focusing way too much on it, and it should be just simplified as cool shit they're doing to the game. I could see that. Well, come on. Come on, Poochie. Oh, come on. I missed. All I know is I am excited for the updates overall. I think that there's a lot of great potential. I think that I think a lot of the concerns that people are having now are going to be, you know, maybe fixed or reassured later on. I don't think that anybody is going to be mad with the new updates. Like once it's out, I think a lot of us are going to realize that maybe we were overreacting or maybe we were focusing on the wrong aspects. I feel very hopeful that these updates are going to come out and they're just going to be awesome. Okay, so there's Moe's Groceries over here. Come on, dude. I don't have all day. Nah, I'm kidding. I totally do. No, I really, really honestly think that a lot of the concerns, at least I have, are simply they're just I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with the game. With every new update comes obviously more and more change, and that is good and bad and awesome and terrifying and everything else. Alright, so we got Moe's Grocery on the map. I want to go up here a little bit further. I see some more POIs in the distance. What I would like to do is there's a couple of, there's a few more suburbs, if you will, to the Desert City. There's a few more kind of busier areas. And I would like to get those on the map as well. I got some more POIs over here. We're just going to follow this road for now, and then it should help wrap us around. But, yeah, right now is a bit of an exploration day. It's day 5. Tomorrow I'm going to be spending a portion of the day. I'm not going to say a good portion, but I will be spending a portion of the day building my base. And I'm not too worried about my strength. I'm not too worried about my abilities to kill zombies. I'm not too worried about my meat or my water, my first aid. I'm not concerned with any of that. So no. What am I doing? Ah, it's in the wrong button. More misclicks. So I think that is, realistically speaking, going to be a good chunk of the day tomorrow. We'll just be kind of building up whatever I'm going to do for a horde base. And then I might run out, knock out a POI, get back. Or what I could do is I could spend tomorrow going through all of these POIs that I'm finding right now, and then spend day 7 building the horde. I would be totally fine with that as well. See, I could totally make Moe's into, or Mo Power. I could totally turn this into a base. Come to the western part of town and then clear everything eastward. That is very much something I could look at doing once we get to the point where we're ready to come to the city. So we got a lot to kind of play with, and there's a lot that's still up in the air, but I think overall we're in a really good spot in this run. Today's not going to be the most exciting day, and I wasn't too sure, but kind of going around now, discovering these POIs, I think that, yeah, we will definitely spend tomorrow doing a ton of these POIs, and then spend day 7 building a horde. I think that's a really good idea. Yes. Eat shit, bird. Huh. This would be an interesting place to make a base. I'm sure it's been done to death, but I've never done it. I feel like that could be cool. Tons of oil shale around here. Alright, let's head back north. We came from this way. So let's just go down here. We'll cross over here, and then if we got to cross back up there, that's not a big deal. But yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think tomorrow clearing out a lot of these POIs will be fun. We'll have a good day, and then 7 get ready for the horde. And hell, depending on where we end up making our horde base for day 7's horde, I don't even know if we're going to have to spend that much time prepping it. I really don't. Okay. Damn bird. Okay, stun baton. Oh, it's fine. But that being said, I do think that while tomorrow will be a good day of running around and clearing out POIs, I think we got some time today. I think we can knock out a few. I definitely feel like... I definitely think we can. Let's go ahead and clear some of this out right now. Okay, I'm definitely going to wear the... Yeah. Let's modify, take this out. Go to here. Modify that. Pop the... Where'd it go? Did it not take it out? No, it did. Oh, it's right here. We can't. Oh, we can't put that in there. I will put the cooling mesh in. That's fine. It still gives us a better armor rating. As far as this goes, we can look at doing that later. Yeah. So we still got some time. We don't have to get back right this second. I don't want to go do one of those big POIs because I won't be able to finish that and get back before nighttime. And I don't mind doing like a night run. But the desert I have had really just hit or miss hit or miss experiences when it comes to it. You know, I don't know why I'm doing that. That's fine. We'll keep heading. Keep heading around. Keep checking things out. Today was definitely not the day I was expecting to have. I was expecting to clear out some big POIs, do some exciting stuff. This has been a very much way more chill kind of session, relaxing, and just talking. But I feel like after, you know, because in the last video, I talked about all of this. I talked about a bunch more as well. 7-Day Sweets. I talked a lot about the possibility of switching up, you know, making some big changes to the channel. Now that we're here, we can start heading west, and then, yeah. Doesn't look like there's that much to do over there. A couple of POIs. No, I mean, make no mistake. I don't want you guys to think that I am giving up on streaming other games or giving up on doing really anything. This game has just been a lot of fun to play. It's been really relaxing, yet also exciting. And that's why I love it. It's just a fun game to play. And even if you have a day like this where you're just running around, you're not really doing a ton. Like, I'm sure it's not the most exciting one to watch, but to sit here and relax and talk to you guys, kind of share my thoughts on the upcoming updates and the state of the channel, all that, that's just cool. It's what it's about. Yeah. I think in a lot of ways, the hardest part about this game, it's not the zombies. You know, it's not staying alive. It's staying creative. I think that's the part that at least, you know, I struggle with the most. But this has been, you know, it's been a ton of fun. It has made me be creative in ways that I wasn't expecting to have to be. It's made me think more about the future of not only this run, but like other runs and what those are going to be like, what they could potentially be. Don't you dare eat my coyote. So it's all of it, man. It's been really interesting, and it's been really cool, and I got you guys to thank for that. Because even though, you know, you guys don't always watch or comment or whatever, it's just been fun. It's a totally different experience from just playing the game by myself, and I don't even have a fan base. You know, I don't even have a group of people that are chilling with me. So I can only imagine where it's going to go from here. And that's exciting. You know, I think a day like this, where I'm running around, is a perfect day to do these updates. These kind of larger, hey, I got a lot to talk about, a lot on my mind, state of the channel updates, stuff like that. Because I don't want to do this all the time, because it's, I'm sure, boring to watch, and it's not the most exciting to do either. But I feel like this would be a really good format to do that with. Because this needs to happen, you know, at least once a week, so I can kind of map out what I'm going to do for the next few days. So it's kind of got to happen. It's kind of got to happen. Is she dead? No, she's not. But I don't want to make this an all the time thing. I feel like that would be really boring. I feel like nobody wants to see that, and I don't want to do that all the time. Almost got me, Mo. Come on, spider monkey. Cool. And there should be a couple in here, right? No? It's weird. I could have swore there was at least one in here. Yeah, like I said, I feel like it's not the most exciting to watch. It's not the most exciting to play. I don't want to do this all the time, but once a week, going through doing a channel update in this kind of format is better than trying to do this while I'm doing some crazy POI and not focusing on the game, and I die that way. You know, this is kind of the best of both, I feel. The hell was that for? But I mean, as always, if you guys... Okay. I don't really need a vending machine way out here. But that's good to know, I suppose. But as always, you know, if you guys want to see certain things, I am more than happy to check it out, try it, do whatever. That's kind of one of the perks of being a channel that doesn't have a dedicated identity, is I can mix things up. You know, if you guys are like, hey, we like the format, just try this, or, you know, having something where you're doing a crazy POI and doing a channel update, that would be fun. Oh, maybe I'll give that a shot. I don't know if I'll live, but I'll give it a shot. Okay, that was supposed to open that. I don't know why it didn't. Let's go ahead and I got to make some of these anyway. Yeah, I don't know why that didn't open. That was weird. Maybe I missed something. But I've done Moe's groceries or grocers or whatever. I've done that a bunch, and I've never had that happen. But no, I mean, obviously, if you guys are wanting to check something out, then sweet, we can look at doing that. Also, I know that I said that this is gonna be pretty much 7 Days to Die. It will be. I might change the schedule one more time. I know. I'm terrible. I'm awful. But I might change the schedule one more time. And that's just to add a random game on maybe Wednesday. I feel like a random Wednesday could be fun. I could have swore I picked up a steroid, but I guess I didn't. Damn, that would have been perfect right now. That's alright. This has been a chill day anyway. Yeah, realistically speaking, if you guys are happy with how things are going, cool. I know this part isn't anybody's favorite part. I know it's boring, but it kind of had to happen. Like I said, probably once a week. Probably once a week I will go around. Although, honestly, with how... Oh, Fates Motel, nice. That's a great POI. Although with how much I've discovered today, that's going to keep me busy for, honestly, a good solid week plus. I don't even know if I'll have time after the Horde, because I have all of these surrounding POIs to check out, and then I want to get started on the city. So maybe not. Maybe I'll just do the first Horde, go over to Mo Power, and then I don't know, maybe I'll do this. I think this will be a cool POI to do. But maybe I'll do the Mo Power and then start working on the city. I could also see that. I definitely would hate to have all of this pretty much worked out and then die doing one of these smaller POIs and not getting the city started. Alright, well, it is definitely going to be nighttime before I get back home. And that's alright. It's not too bad. I'm coming back full of supplies. I said surprise. Full of supplies. So it's not the end of the world. I am not concerned about my sledgehammer, and if I have to make a level 5, I can make a level 5. If I gotta toss some of the things that I have, so that way I can take out the mods, make a level 5, then I'll do that. As far as coyotes are concerned, not worried about coyotes. Cute little boogers. Oh, also, if you're watching, if you made it this far, first of all, thank you. Second of all, um, if you in fact are watching these till the end or just watching the ends, I don't know why you do that, but whatever. What time would you like me to stream? I'm going to I'm going to post in YouTube, and I'm going to kind of I might make a little bit of like a I don't know. I might do another stream after this, just a very short stream, kind of like a hey guys, when do you want me to stream? This and that, whatever. Also, exciting news. I really should have put this in the beginning, shouldn't I? The channel will be getting a makeover probably next weekend. Over the course of the next week, I will be working extensively on doing a makeover. The logo is going to get upgraded. My banners are going to get upgraded. I'm going to try an animation Eco Trash Recycling Center. I don't think I've ever been in this POI. There's a lot of POIs I haven't been in. So I'm excited. But yeah, I'm going to try to do some animations. Probably going to be pretty bad, but we're definitely going to see. Yeah, that's a really cool POI. Again, I probably should have put that in the beginning. You know what I'll do tonight. I'll finish playing this, and then some point tomorrow, I will make another video dedicated to the channel updates. It'll be a short, like 2-minute video. Hey guys, everything I just said, but really condensed and shortened. And then I'll put that in there just because I'm sure nobody's going to watch until this point, or I know it's kind of late. We'll just have to see. Most of my views come after the fact. People kind of skip around. So if you do happen to land right here, hello. And, yeah, welcome, I suppose. I don't know. You do you. Yep. I see Ghost Town. We're not too far from our base. We are far enough away from the base that we will still most likely be out of our base by the time nightfall hits. But we're close enough that I'm definitely not concerned. We could get hit with a nighttime random horde and be fine. And the reason I know that is because I was already hit by a nighttime random horde and was fine. That was actually fun. But tomorrow, we're going to go and do a ton of POIs, and that's going to be a blast. Tomorrow is going to be all POIs all day. That'll probably be the title of it. I really don't know. On one hand, I wish I had a bicycle, but honestly, I think after the first horde, we're just gonna go city. All I think we're just gonna go to the city. I don't think I don't think that this was a waste of time because my plan is to go have a city fun, but that doesn't mean we have to spend every day going to the city. We could take a break midweek, say, you know what, surrounding POIs, gonna hit that up real quick, and then maybe we'll do that on like Tuesday. We'll take a little bit of a break and go hit up a couple of the surrounding POIs, and then get back to clearing out the city. We'll just have to play everything by ear, which I am totally okay with. I think we're going to get home before it's officially nighttime. Coyote over here. Is it in my graveyard? I should probably go drop stuff off just in case I get attacked and have to run away or, do anything because I am over encumbered as all hell. But yeah, I might actually just turn this area into my horde. Little horde zone. That's also why I wanted to make this, is so I could see exactly where... Okay. Yeah. Alright. Sweet. Go ahead, move all of that into there. Yes, I am aware I just did that on nothing. Cool. Water issues are officially over. You know what? Let's go ahead and try this out. Because I definitely heard a zombie. Yep. Really? So they want to bing on that. I find that interesting. What if I take that out? Okay. Then they come in. I wonder why. I wonder if it's just because they have a better path. I really don't know. Can you stop doing that? Jesus. Guys, come on. Really? Although it is my fault I didn't clear this out. I also never went underneath. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Nice. Oh my god, timing's off. See, this gun is so fucking useless. Damn. Timing's off. No? Nothing's coming to attack? I don't hear anything. It sounded for a second like... Sounded for a second like something was banging on the door upstairs. Not the cellar door that I opened up, but just like the church doors. But I don't hear anything anymore. There is a good chance I didn't hear anything at all. It could have just been the zombie breathing. Could be paranoia because it's nighttime. Could be whatever. Look at that. That sounds like Big Boy. Yup, that sounds like Big Boy, and sounds like he's pissed. You gotta be shitting me. He broke in. Stop banging on my shit, dude. Yeah, he's definitely out here. You asshole. Dude is rude as hell. Came into my house, started breaking stuff. I mean, didn't really start breaking anything, but still, you get my point. Or maybe you don't, because I'm not making any points. See, that's what I mean. I'm not worried about how well I can handle things. Fortitude mod. Neural interface piece, immune system integrated. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and move all of this stuff over. I don't need any of it right this second. No, as you can see, I'm not worried about my state as a player. I'm not worried about whether or not... My God. Little dude was just chilling. Not worried about my state as a player. I'm not worried about whether or not I can defend myself. I'm not worried about, you know, nighttime having them charge me. We're in a really good spot. And I really don't see many problems arising. Let's go ahead and apply that point, because I'm about to move up. And as much as I would like to start sinking points into like Miner 69er and everything else to speed up times like this, well, why? Like right now, I have less than 3 hours to go until it's morning. So there's really no point. There's really no point in me trying to get done with this right this second. I don't really have anything else to do. Yeah, I could reorganize my stuff because I just came back with more loot, but ultimately, there's really not a ton to go through. I don't have a ton of skill points to use. I don't really have a lot of anything. So it doesn't really make sense to do anything other than this, and it doesn't make sense to do this as fast as possible. Now this is still going to be a weak spot. It's still going to be an area where they're going to target. Simply because they can. So here I get clay soil and crushed sand. If I dig over here, I get rock. Yeah, I don't... I mean, I can definitely, like, make this into a... Make this into a pit where I don't necessarily, like, mine, but... For something like cobblestone... Actually, you know what? Fuck that. No. I'm not going back on that. I don't want to sit here and do this. Right now, it's nighttime. It's perfect time to go through the loot I just got. Keeping this shit organized is going to be the best thing that I can do. It's going to be the best thing I can do. Going around, I can't. Son of a bitch. I have too much. Okay. Let's make a wood storage crate. Did I not craft one? Did I craft something else? Did I think I might have canceled it? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Fun fact, I don't know what I'm doing. So right now that I've maximized all of this, now I'm gonna separate it. Right, so all the food and drinks are going to go into this. And when I say food and drinks, I do mean things that are already they're ready to be eaten or to be drank. Doesn't have to necessarily be good. It doesn't have to necessarily be uh, like the charred meat is not something that I recommend eating, but it doesn't matter. I'm throwing it in there. The the cornmeal, that's going in there. Things like seeds are going to stay in this one. Just because I don't ever have that much medical supplies to where I can't fit it in the same one. I always run into this problem with the food and water. Like it's always going to happen. But in terms of medical stuff and then this little bit, it's just not that big of a deal. That can all stay in there. This stuff, however, had to get moved just because I had too much of it. No. Mods. I don't know why I put that in there. I don't have any other. And then bada bing, bada boom. That all goes in there. That goes with the food. And Duke's Casino, I don't know and or care. That can go there. So, yeah, so far we're looking good with our, stuff. Like I'm not 4 legendary parts, nice. 8 lock picks. I don't know. Yeah, where the hell did I put my shotgun shells? Because I am not seeing them. They're not in here. They're not in here. Oh, yeah, they are. There we go. And, yeah, that's going to be it for today. Like I said, I will be creating another stream where I talk about, it'll be like, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes long going, hey guys, this is the state of this, and blah, blah, blah. Everything I talked about in this video and the last video just condensed into about 5 minutes. And I might do that once a week instead of having a video like this where I spend one full day walking around not really doing much. Because as much as, yeah, it's good to sit here and talk to you guys, and it's fun to just relax. At the end of the day, I would very much like to keep these brief and maximize the amount of time I have. This is a game where you can't really waste a ton of time anyway. And even though I am not just going to focus on the city, I am going to do the surrounding POI. So it is good to see where they are, because a bunch of these I've never done. I don't want to waste a full day of just walking around and putting them on my map, basically. So, but this is, it is fun because I'm getting to explore Navezgane in a way that I never got to before. So that is nice. That is exciting. At least for me, anyway. But I might end up just doing like a 2 minute stream once a week going, hey guys, maybe every Saturday, maybe every Sunday, or whatever, going, hey guys, it's the plan. Sweet. Bye. Hasta luego. We'll just have to see what's going on with that. Again, if you guys are here, thank you so much. Please feel free to write suggestions. Let me know in the comment section if you're watching this on YouTube VOD. Everybody take care. Relax, have a good time, chill. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye.